Rachelle McCray, host of Arizona Living, Your Life, Your Style. I'm so excited to be joining the new Arizona Living. Today, we're at Altered Ego Salon and Spa in Tempe, where we're going to get some advice on hair and makeup from the experts. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up in the show. If you've been struggling with your weight, we've got a program that can help you get back on track. And there's no better way to stay on trend than having wood floors. We'll show you some beautiful options. Plus, fashion trends come and go, but our style expert tells us there's always a way to be fashionable. All that and more on this episode of Arizona Living, Your Life, Your Style. We're here at Altered Ego Salon in Tempe, where they're always up with the latest styles. And I'm with salon owner and stylist Tawny. Tawny, you've been doing my hair for about 15 years.
Yeah, it's hard to believe it's been 15 years.
I know, right? Well, and this is truly a family-owned business.
Yeah.
What's it like taking over the business from your late mother?
It's an honor to carry on her legacy. I feel like, with the help of my two sisters, my awesome husband, and my family, it's basically like a rite of passage. All our nieces and nephews have been behind the desk at some point or at some facet of the business. In fact, we have two of them here now. One runs a coffee shop, one answers the phone. So it's just an honor to carry on the legacy.
Now, speaking of the coffee shop, you really are a one-stop shop here. You're truly full service. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah, our concept is just really full service. And I mean, from head to toe, we've got everything from our extensions and curly girl specialist, to our nail tech who's won awards for her work and in magazines, to full skincare. We've got eyelash extensions, we have spray tanning. I mean, literally everything you need for your beauty needs here.
Right. And next door, there's a coffee shop attached.
Yes, and we also have our barber shop. So we didn't want to forget our boys. So they do beard trims, they do hot towel shaves, full-on men's hair cutting, anything you can need from a barber shop. And right inside our barber shop, we have our coffee shop. So we opened that in 2007, and so we still have regulars that are coming in, not only just to have coffee, but they pop in to say hi. They'll walk through the shop. They just know the family.
Yeah.
And they feel part of it. So it's like everyone feels welcome. It's like cheers.
Now, a lot of our viewers are busy moms, and the morning can get away from us. It can be a little bit hectic.
Yes.
Can you give us a tip on how to make it go a little bit quicker in the morning when it comes to our hair?
Yes, I can relate to that. Time goes by so quickly in the morning, like the alarm goes off and it's like you hit the ground running.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I like to do is to prep my hair at night.
Yeah.
I'll wrap it in buns and kind of sporadically, and then let those dry overnight. Damp hair, not super wet, may not dry overnight.
Okay.
So what I would say is loose braids or the buns, and you'll get your hair to kind of give this look with and if you leave the ends out, you'll get the straight look. It's very popular right now.
Yeah, very trendy.
So literally just take it out when it's dry, shake it out, hit it with a curling iron if you need to, and spray it and you're ready to go.
Wow, that's really great. Thank you for the wonderful tips. And if you stay tuned, we're going to talk makeup tips next. Hitting the local lakes is a way of life for some people, and as you're about to see, fun on the water is contagious.
My name is Chris Anderson, and I am the multi-day guide manager here at Arizona Outback Adventures. I'd say two major categories of water activities. We do have our lakes. There's a number of them on the Salt River chain: Roosevelt, Apache, Saguaro, Canyon Lake. All those lakes have pretty good services at the marina. You can just go out for the day and go for a little swim, have a picnic. A lot of them have great picnic areas and tables and things like that for the family. And some of them have facilities too where you can rent small boats or kayaks and actually go out on the lake. And a couple of them, like Canyon Lake, has a pretty popular, dinner cruise you could go take with a little paddle boat and things like that. So there's a variety of options there for the family to go out and kind of cool off in the summer. Then I would say you have a lot of river options as well. The Salt River is very famous near town. You can just, same thing, there's a number of areas you can pull out on and drive to and picnic and swim. The Verde River has a couple of places like that as well. Or sometimes you can do more structured events like tubing down there. You can rent kayaks and go down that river as well. Kayaking and rafting are both nice, easy entry-level options to go do on some of these rivers or lakes that provide you an opportunity to experience that area. There's a lot of beauty on the rivers and on the lakes that people are kind of surprised about. We've got wild horses and bald eagles and a lot of great scenery, but it's something you can do in the desert and be fun, or have fun, be safe the whole time, but also get wet, which is really key. You have the opportunity to kind of choose your own adventure as far as how wet you get on trips like that. You can jump in and swim all the time, or you can just kind of splash yourself a little bit and kind of stay in the boat if you're a little bit more timid about it. Expanding outside of the Phoenix area and maybe just the general recreation, you know, the central Arizona portion and the Verde Valley, there's a number of really nice hikes that go to some swim holes up there. Places like West Clear Creek, Wet Beaver Creek, Fossil Creek. These are all great hikes you can go on. You can do your online research. Some of them require a permit, some of them don't. They're all great areas where you can hike for 1 to 2 miles and then get to a really great swim hole. Those are always nice options. Being up north in general is always a good option. Once you get up to Flagstaff, there's great hikes there and a chance to cool off for the summer. We also have some bigger lakes at the kind of edge of the state, like Lake Powell up in the north that has a lot of great options, or Lake Havasu in the west side of the state that has some really good, you know, kind of wet and wild summer options. So, you know, we talked about a whole lot of activities and options that are out there. If it's something you guys want to do on your own, great. But if you want our help in planning that, having a guide for a half day or something like that, go ahead and give us a call or come see the website. We'll be happy to help you plan your trip, get you started on the right path, make sure you have the best time possible while you're out.
Stick around. We have more to come on Arizona Living, Your Life, Your Style. A busy lifestyle doesn't mean you have to sacrifice your health. See how Weight Watchers can help. Plus, if you're looking to update your home, there's no better way than new floors. Beautiful options coming up. It seems like everyone has a busy life these days, and it's hard to keep up with a healthy lifestyle. But not to worry, Weight Watchers can help you.
What I love about Weight Watchers is it's always evolving. And so it is based on the up-to-the-minute science. So this is not your mom or your grandmother's Weight Watchers. This is new and this is exciting. So we're looking at things differently. We're looking at food. We're looking at fitness. We're going to encourage you to move more than you have before, and that's a great thing. And we're going to focus on the mindset, which I think is a huge change. Weight loss starts from the head and moves its way down. We talk a lot at Weight Watchers about our why, don't we? The reason that we walked through the door, the reason that we're here. I love being a Weight Watchers leader because I get to see people at their best, even if they're not at their best that day.
After kids, it was really hard to kind of, you know, bring off the weight and stuff like that. So it's so hard.
I had spent some time with my kids outside and couldn't keep up with them. And I have 4 kids and they're crazy, and so I knew it was time to do something that was going to work this time.
I really resonate with moms. I joined Weight Watchers after my first daughter was born, and I had been a chubby child. I'd put on weight as a newlywed, but when I got pregnant with her, I thought, I don't want this to be the rest of my life. So I joined Weight Watchers because I needed friends, I needed accountability, I needed a leader who would love me to goal. I lost over 60 pounds, and that baby is now a junior in college. So it has become part of my life, and I'm so grateful for it. This plan is not one size fits all. We all do it differently, and that's why we're here to support each other and to share ideas and to laugh and to celebrate and to cry and all of those fun things that we do. I love the moms that come in carrying a baby in the carrier and they just look so lost. Learning that it's okay to take time to do things that are important to you is a huge valuable lesson that every man, woman, and child should learn. And so as you're watching these moms come in so overwhelmed, and pretty soon they're learning, okay, I'm worth the time that it takes to cook my own meal.
This is my first time doing Weight Watchers, but I did hear a lot of good stuff about it through doctors, you know, who were always constantly telling me about my weight. I used to say in my head, if you'd only know how hard I was trying.
With the Weight Watchers program, we encourage members to make small changes. Here's the most beautiful thing about activity. If yesterday you went 2 steps and today you go 3 steps, you have accomplished something fantastic. It's maybe taking a few more steps. If you have family come into town, our weather's beautiful. If they come into town, instead of taking them out to eat, maybe we go to a museum. Maybe we go on a nature walk. Those little things that add up to big weight loss and big changes. And the changes are what we're really looking for.
Sarah's amazing, and she really makes it a point to make everybody feel like they've won at something for that day or that week.
So if I can come here and celebrate, if I can share stories, if someone bought something that I can try that I love, if someone can cry and say they had a rough week, and I can then say, I had a rough week too. This is hard. Or if we all celebrate together, that's a great thing.
Thanks, Jeff.
You're very welcome.
AAA Floors is in the business of making your dream home a reality. Let's take a look at some of the flooring options they have available for your home.
My name is Ken Tran. I own AAA Hardwood Floors for 15 years. I am one of 6 certified wood floor inspectors, which means I see a lot of wood failures. That's where I got the idea of making a product that outperforms anything else, because I've seen just so much floor that fail. And the reason is a lot of wood floor don't actually perform well in Arizona humidity. To make a good wood floor, we need to understand a lot deeply about how wood react to very, very low humidity climate. Because we knew the lower moisture content have less chance of shrinkage, and that's typically the bulk of the problems. Wood floor failure in Arizona, it's actually shrinkage due to lack of humidity. In addition to making our own product, we realized the second half of the formula, it's in the installation. We don't subcontract. Every floor, every plank is installed by our own crew. We warranty every floor that we install. We service every floor we install. That comes at no additional charge.
My name is Brett Chicolo. I'm with AAA Hardwood Floors. I'm the president of sales. We've figured out a way to make selling floors very, very simple. We have an all-inclusive price. So our price will cover the product itself, the installation, the moving of the furniture, the removal of your old flooring, and then prepping the floor underneath before actual installation. A lot of our competitors will nickel and dime you. They will come out, give you a price for the actual product, and then a price for the installation, and then a price for any furniture that needs to be moved or any flooring that needs to also be removed. Yeah, we do offer a 25-year warranty on almost every product, and then a lifetime warranty on our installation. Free consultation is, well, it does help to determine what type of flooring that you are at least interested in. We'll bring out samples of those types of flooring in various colors and things like that. You really are going to want to see what it looks like inside the home, because it's going to look completely different than it will in the showroom. Customer service, I mean, it's really one of the only things we can control. We are not a commission-based sales force, so there is no high-pressured sales when it comes to us. Kind of start to think that a commission-based salary, it breeds dishonesty, and really integrity is the only thing we can control.
Overall, our prices are lower, anywhere from 20% to 50%, due to the fact that we manufacture on floor, we have our own crew installing it, we do our own warranty. All of that accounts enormous amount of saving for homeowners. Our reviews are great. You can look it up at Yelp, at Better Business Bureau. Customers love us.
Here's a quick hair tip for you. Always dry your hair completely before using a hot iron, like a curling iron or a straightening iron. If there's any moisture left in your hair, the iron will actually damage it. Here's what's coming up next on the show. We'll explore what the Nature Conservancy is doing for the community. And if you're in your 40s, you know skincare and makeup can be challenging. We've got expert advice to put your best face forward.
For more great videos highlighting all that's happening across Arizona, visit yourview.com.
The Nature Conservancy works to achieve lasting conservation for people and nature in Arizona. Let's take a look at how they do it.
We realize that cities have an extraordinary impact on the surrounding environment, and the Nature Conservancy also realizes that the people who live, work, and play in cities are the best stewards and protectors of the environment. We're working with a concept called planting healthy air, and we're working with trees mostly and other types of vegetation, the health of soils, stormwater runoff. So we're using those elements to cool the city, especially the effects of urban heat island. Trees look nice, but they also provide a lot of benefits for our health, for our communities, air quality benefits, water quality benefits, stormwater management, cooling, and many more. We only expect it to get hotter as urbanization continues, and so we want to start now to prepare for the impacts of the future and keep it cool in our city. Without that effort, it might just be concrete that is absorbing more heat and releasing that into the atmosphere, so we know that there's healthier ways to be designing.
We're here at Alter Ego Salon in Tempe, and I'm with freelance professional makeup artist Kelly Wisniewski. Kelly, can you give us some tips for women in their 40s and their skincare? I know sometimes we hear that they feel like there's not a lot of tips out there just for them. So what can we start with when it comes to our skincare?
Well, I like to say that I am not just the boss, but I'm also a client because I'm a woman in my late 40s. So one of my things that I love to do is facial oils and facial sprays. It's keeping the skin soft and hydrated, always moisturized, and then that way you have a great glow no matter if you're putting on makeup or just going out, you know, just in the day with the kids or to the gym.
Well, and there's a lot of different oils out there. Which one would you recommend, or which couple would you recommend as examples?
Well, there's jojoba oil. I mean, that's great for something that you can use for both your skin and your hair. I know coconut oil has always been a big one out there. I've cleansed my face with coconut oil, and it's not something you should fear because as we get older, we're losing the elasticity in our skin, and you're finding things to keep that there and keep that youthfulness, keeping it soft, and everything looks great on beautiful, healthy, glowing skin.
Absolutely. Yeah. So what would you say would be maybe a staple makeup tip for someone in their 40s?
Well, it's not really for anyone in their 40s, it's for everyone, and it's not really makeup, but I always say good skincare, obviously, and brow grooming. I can't tell you what an amazing thing it is to have beautiful groomed brows.
Right.
I mean, you always look on.
Yeah, even when you don't have makeup on.
Right.
You can kind of go to the grocery store, and if your eyebrows look great, it kind of, it almost like opens up your face a little bit.
Right, right. Yeah, it keeps your eyes open. It always looks finished. It always has a balance to the skin, to your whole face when you have your brows nicely groomed.
Now, do you recommend more of a waxing? I know microblading is a real big trend right now. How can someone groom their brows to make them a little bit more?
Well, obviously a great professional, an esthetician that really knows what they're doing. I would highly recommend that. But there's threading. Threading is a great way to get hair extracted, a lot of it at the same time, but sometimes people fear waxing. Sometimes waxing can burn the skin. Yeah. So threading is a great idea. Waxing. Microblading. I mean, a lot of times when people get microblading done, they kind of do a little bit of shaping around the brows.
Thanks for the tips, Kelly. Those were great.
Thank you.
Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we'll talk to a fashion expert about what's on trend and how you can stay up to date with your wardrobe.
Having fun exploring community, culture, food, y más with Sous Vide? Head on over to yourview.com for more videos.
come and go, and staying on trend can be difficult, but Angela Johnson says it doesn't have to be.
Hi, my name is Angela Johnson. I'm the founder of Label Hoard and the Fashion and Business Resource Innovation Center, and I'm here to share some fashion trends with you. What's in and what's out? We've got a lot of everything goes happening right now in fashion. One of the things that has been in style for a while is a look at the 90s, and that's still kind of floating along, but I see it sort of disappearing a little bit, and the 70s and 80s and almost any era is back. Vintage is always in style, so if you're always looking to find something that will make you stay on trend, bring something back, and it makes you unique, and it adds a little personality. In addition, we've got the gender fluid thing happening. So instead of it just being for men or women, you're going to have fashion that kind of spans every gender, but almost fluid in age, fluid in race, fluid in aesthetics, fluid in everything. It's like anything goes, and you see things just being mixed and matched for everybody, but definitely the gender fluid thing is really big. You're going to see a lot of interesting layers. When you can pile different things on in unique ways, it gives you a lot of access to different temperatures, which is great in Arizona because we walk outside and we're melting, and then we walk inside and we're freezing because everybody has air conditioning everywhere. So if you can layer yourself, that's the key. And right now, layers just happen to be really in style. So all you have to do is follow those simple tips and you'll always be on trend.
We want to thank everyone here at Altered Ego Salon and Spa in Tempe for letting us hang out. We certainly did get some great tips from the experts. And this place surely is one stop. With a coffee shop and a barber shop, you can get your caffeine fix while getting your hair done. We welcome you to join us for the new Arizona Living, where we give you practical advice on everything from beauty to food and travel. If you'd like to, check us out on our webpage, yourview.com/Arizona Living, or follow us on social media. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time on Arizona Living, Your Life, Your Style, where we help you live your best life.